Now, is there anyone else in the audience that didn't get a chance to sign up? Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I have comment. If we're going to retract from the meeting policies as listed in the sheet that you spoke about today, it is a requirement that everyone sign in on the open forum sheet. If you want, as chairman, to allow that, I think we should have a motion to retract from that to allow anybody else to speak.
Do I hear a motion to allow additional people from the audience to speak?
Could we have a preliminary indication of how many people that would be?
One?
Just one? I'll move to amend the directive to allow additional members of the public to speak.
One additional.
Second.
Do I hear a second?
A second.
Call a question.
Mr. O'Neill?
Yes.
Mr. Bettler?
Yes.
Mr. Kressler?
Yes.
Mr. Redmond?
Yes.
Mr. Kading?
Yes.
You have the floor. Name and address.
Dave Stanton, 208 Century Hill Drive. Several of these items have been touched on previously. We'll go back to them. The comprehensive plan. We as citizens of Loveland have spent money on, yes, an old comprehensive plan, and we're spending money on a new comprehensive plan. Let's set the right precedent and respect the comprehensive plan. You're required to, as representing the city, and we go back and look at what it says specifically around North State Route 48. Maintain similar development densities for all development or redevelopment. Preserve open space, rural atmosphere, river quality, the Little Miami River, and other areas of sensitive development. This proposed rezoning does not follow the comprehensive plan. The last meeting, there was a comment that was made that, well, was this eastern neighborhoods or North State Route 48? And there was a comment made around transitions. And this was, I think, being presented or being positioned as transition property. There was a misquote or a misunderstanding of how the word transition was being used even in the eastern neighborhoods, where it says the land uses within the area serve as a transition from the urbanized downtown and original neighborhoods to the more rural areas of Miami and Hamilton Township. Again, it was a misrepresentation of the word of being a transition. This is not a transition property to downtown. Traffic. I have to say that the September 24th, that Thursday, yes, that was a light day. It typically is, but it did not account for pre-COVID. And now, since the schools have gone back to full 5 days, you should see how the traffic now backs up beyond the rest home. Just that simple move of buses and now high school students having to drive to school. This traffic study is very flawed. The other thing the traffic study did not do was account for flow and infrastructure to support the traffic. Flow is the problem. As you all know, the City of Loveland has not addressed the infrastructure issues that need to be addressed to handle the traffic. Today, with these 35 homes going in up on Butterworth, that will just compound the issues we have, and again, the traffic flow. And that's the serious aspect that's missing out of this traffic study. So I say it's flawed. And again, the traffic counts just do not represent typically what we see on 48. I will challenge the market study. When I look at the data that was used, it's all from up to 2019. It does not represent March 2000 going forward. We've all seen, it's been published by very highly regarded people in the real estate market, that the trend is away from attached family homes, and families are looking for a backyard, they're looking for bigger spaces, they're looking for have a separate office to work from home, for kids to study. So the whole trend has completely changed. So what was presented in the market study, I will challenge that because it's post 2020 and the changes happened with COVID. When I talk to real estate people, they think this trend will continue because In the business I'm in, I'm seeing large companies, and you see the announcements every day, where people are going to continue to work from home. They're not going to bring them back to the big office downtown. So in seeing that, people do want bigger homes. That trend's already happening. The real estate people I talk to here in Loveland say the demand for detached family homes is very, very high right now. So I have to challenge the market study. I'm not a professional in that area, but when I statistically look at the data, it's all from 2009 backwards, not March of 2020 going forward. Again, let's do the right thing. Let's do what the citizens of Loveland want. I have over 300 signatures on a petition around this rezoning, objecting to it. The number one issue is traffic. You heard that when City Council approved the sale of the property on Butterworth for the 35 homes. What was the thing that was talked about? Traffic. What were the things that were talked about in the comprehensive plan that we look at today is traffic. What are the things we're probably going to see, I'll make an assumption, in the new comprehensive plan is traffic. So why don't we get the traffic issues fixed, infrastructure put in to support the needs of this part of Loveland and the future growth. Those need to be addressed. What's going to happen, you're going to run the risk of you're going to develop a beautiful downtown and nobody's going to want to come because they can't get here. It takes too long to get here. So you're going to risk businesses, you're going to risk the residential side, and you're running a very short formula for disaster. Those are the things that need to be addressed. And hopefully you'll do the right thing in representing the citizens of Loveland and back up the wishes that we're looking for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, we are.